Okie dokie. Let's get on our mats. And just take a few nice big breaths if you're outside. Really take in the beauty of the outdoors and the beauty of the sun rising. If it's morning. Just be present in your body. And take a nice big inhale, reach those arms up. And then take a little side stretch. Exhale over. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, go the other way. Just feel the side body. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, let's interlock the fingers behind us. Expand through the chest. And then exhale, let's come on into a forward fold. And just feel the arms stretching back. And feel the nice strength in your fingers and your hands. Inhale, bend the right knee and open the heart to the left. And then exhale, release. And then go the other way, bending the left knee and opening the heart to the right on the inhale. You can feel free to do that a few more times, or just release the hands and come into a nice forward fold. And if you're like me, you're fixing your leg warmers and then you're going to step out into a nice downward dog position. So feel free, if it's morning time, just kind of be really gentle on yourself and feel into the stretch, right? Take a nice big inhale and reach the right leg up. Just swing as you breathe up. And then inhale, reach the left leg up. Nice big swing, and then release it all the way down. Keep feeling into your sitting bones, reaching and just feeling that lovely stretching sensation. So I'm moving my body down into a little plank pose, and then inhale, reaching my left arm up into a side plank, breathing into it. And I'm playing around here, right? Ooh, step that left leg back. Oosh, take a nice big stretch, really breathe into the front body. Enjoy this sensation. And then just slowly release that, and let's take it around to the other side. So reach that left arm up, or right arm up even, and then put that right foot down behind you. Just stretch into the front body. Big, deep breath. See if you can take a little balance here. And then just slowly release that position and come all the way back into your plank position and lower your body all the way down. Nice and gentle. Inhale through the Cobra Up Dog. So you're taking it easy here, so not forcing anything in the back bend, just breathing deeply, feeling nice. Opening and breathing through the spine, and then exhale. I'm going to shift it all the way back into a nice downward dog and keep reaching into the sitting bones, breathing into the back of the legs, and take a nice big inhale, reach that right leg up. See here, I've got it kind of straight up back behind me, and I'm lifting my head up before I step it all the way forward into a nice high lunge. So the back heel is going to stay off the mat, and I'm just going to reach up. Try not to fall over. And then inhale, open my body to the side, and then exhale, take that left arm across into a nice extended side angle. Swing that arm around, and then inhale, straighten through the knees, reaching the right leg up, and exhale, come down into a nice easy open knee hip opener. And do that a couple more times. So you're just kind of inhaling into a trikonasana twist, and then exhale into a hip opener. Nice and deep stretch here, and then inhale again, reach that right arm up, or no, I don't, just step it all the way back. So it's always nice just to enjoy the fact that you're feeling into your body. Take a nice big inhale, reach that left leg up behind you. Feel into that stretch, reach. Here, there's a little bit more exploring if you want to do that, and then step that left foot all the way forward. Nice high lunge, inhale, reach those arms all the way up. So nice big deep breaths are so good right here. And then exhale opens it to a warrior, and then we're going to reach that left arm back for a sun warrior. See, I like to straighten my left knee there, and then exhale, reach that right arm all the way across, extending through the side angle. Nice big stretch here. Releasing the arm, and then inhale, swing the left arm up, straightening the knee if that's possible for you. And then we're going to exhale, come into a nice hip opener right here. Just kind of sway it and rock it side to side, because that's what feels good, yeah. And then left arm again reaches all the way up, expand through the spine, just feel all that juicy goodness. And then come into that hip opener once again. See here, do it third time's a charm. Forgot the third time on the other side. And then exhale, just release that and come into a nice deep hip opener. See if you can go a little bit deeper than the other two times, and maybe just rock a little bit side to side and do what feels good for you. It's all about you. It's all about you feeling into you. That's all I'm doing here, really. Any of us can do it. It's not rocket science. It's just about feeling and breathing. And it's kind of about loving your body too. Okay, so let's inhale, lift those heels up and just kind of play around, feeling into the toes, feeling into the feet. Inhale, let's reach that right leg up behind us. And just take a couple movements as you swing that right knee around a little bit. So I'm going to prepare, this is called like a hip roll action. So it really is about kind of exploring with lightness the dynamic of your hip joint. And we're going to step that right knee all the way forward and come into a pigeon. So when you do hip openers, just make sure that the knee on the side that you're stretching out your hip, it does not hurt at all. We never really want the back or the joint of the knee to be sore. If there's sort of pain in the spine or pain in the knee joint, there's usually something going on that's not great. So just always find a way to move and be pretty comfortable in these poses. Moving around is a good way to keep your body safe, and you just always want to stay really present here. So opening our hips in the morning is a really great way to kind of increase our energy levels. And then you see here, I'm just kind of exploring and moving around. I've got a nice stretch out in my face, so because I hold a lot of tension in my face, and I think other people do too. So just stretching it out and then looking into the sunshine and enjoying nature because it's beautiful. And then I call this opening the book. So I'm going to wrap my right hand around to grab my left foot and then reach that left arm back behind me and just feel into that twist, and then put that left foot down, hook the elbow round, and just kind of deepen into this twist. So really deep breathing and spinal twist without forcing anything, because you don't need to. The pose, the gaze, and the breath really does it all for you. And then from here, after a couple of nice big deep breaths, I'm going to slowly release this and scooch that left knee over on top and bring my right elbow up and over my left elbow. This is a half eagle position, so I'm going to really breathe into my shoulder blades right here. It's such a good stretch for the shoulder girdle. And you see here, I'm just kind of moving it around. And then I'm going to release and take it to a side stretch, reaching that right arm up and over. And then release that and just kind of sway around to feel maybe into the bum, the lower back, or the hips. So let's get those legs out in front of us and just release, coming into a forward bend right here. So I'm going to take nice big breaths into my lower back. See, I could relax my shoulders a little bit more. And then I'm going to slowly release this and step my feet back. Inhale, lift my hips up with the hands down, the feet down. This is called crab pose. So I'm just breathing into my front body and grounding into my hands and my feet. Feels really good. And then slowly release this. Take an inhale, reach your arms, legs up for boat pose. Cross the legs, or you could scooch them around behind you. Step back into your plank position. Whoop, side plank. Take a nice big inhale, reach that left arm up. Okay, so we're doing a little bit more exploration right here. Just feel free to maybe follow my flow or play around with just holding that side plank. Check it. We're doing lots of different things here. I'm going to try to stay in a balance, but just keep breathing really deeply and like see what happens basically. Don't matter if you fall over, because imagine if we never fell. We would never learn how to walk, right? So it's the same with all this like really wild kind of dynamic movement that's evolving in the yoga world, where it's really just about you being like, okay, what happens if I do this, and how does this work, but you're paying attention. So like you're using that meditation practice to focus the mind in the present moment and become more aware of your body, your breath, and the space that you take up as a human being. It's pretty cool. So let's release that into plank. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, shift the bum all the way up into downward dog, and then inhale, roll it through. Exhale, come back down through chaturanga, and then inhale through your cobra upward dog. So a nice big uplifted stretch right here. Again, I like to take it mega easy in back bends. You see how I'm like just swaying the hip side to side, and I'm like, ooh, what's there? Feeling stuff inside the bum too. So exhale, let's lower up into that downward dog position, and then inhale the left leg up and take some swings here. So I nicked this from the Strala yoga practice. That's Tara Stiles and Mike Taylor. They're really awesome people, and they've really, to me, helped me expand my yoga practice and become more fluid, more enlightened, like feeling a lot better in my body and my mind and my soul, and just the person that I am. It's really good stuff. You can do it too. So here I've come into my pigeon practice with that left knee all the way forward there. And I'm just kind of rocking it a little bit side to side to feel and make sure my knees are okay. I've had knee problems in the past when it comes to yoga practice because I've been forced in poses. I used to do Ashtanga from a really kind of rigid mindset, and it basically hurt my knees, which is why I now do Strala, and mainly I just do like my own intuitive practice. So, and that's by feeling and permissioning myself to feel real nice. So I didn't do this on the other side, but you can do a little quadricep stretch there just by bending the back knee and feeling into that. And then, ooh, really good stretch. I'm obviously wanting to hang out on the left side a little bit longer. And of course, when you get a little bit better practiced at your own intuitive movement, you can always hold sides longer. And again, that will just be guided in the present moment, depending on where you're at in any given day. Big deep breaths. So now we're going to wrap ourselves into that, I call it opening the book. So we're going to bring that left hand around the outside of your right foot, and then just swing that right arm back behind you so you can kind of open that hand away from the foot, and then step it all the way down so you're coming now into a full spinal twist. So you're just going to look around, get your hands around in their place, and just breathe. Basically breathe as deeply as you can and just keep looking around. You'll find that you really don't have to try at all, and you just breathe and look, and naturally you start to deepen into the twist. It's just the sort of mechanics and how it works. If you can just be chilling and breathe, your body will basically figure it out. It's weird, right? Like our head gets in the way of this stuff. Okay, so let's bring that left elbow up and over the right and just breathe the hands away from the face and pull those elbows up and just see where we go with this one. I'm somebody who does carry quite a bit of tension in the shoulders and the neck, so this kind of stuff just feels glorious. It's so juicy and good. And I always consider it, it's like when you find a stretch and just breathe into it, it's basically like having your own personal massage therapist, which is really cool. So from here, I'm going to release and just kind of play around in this like forward fold. I'll probably feel some sensation in the lower back and the bum. And I'm also going to take a little bit of a side stretch at some point here. I like to go the opposite way. So bring that left arm up and over. So keeping that left bum cheek really nice and grounded, and then breathing down that left side of the body for optimal benefit. Especially because in this pose, the bum stays grounded, right? So it's a really good way to target that side body stretch. This one's pretty good for the bum and the lower back as well. Okie dokie, and then we're just coming back into a nice forward bend position here. Rock it side to side. Oh, look, take a nice big inhale, arms, legs, heart up, and then hug it out. And really hug it. Like give yourself a hug like your mom, like a loving mother does. Exhale, give your body a hug and really mean it. Inhale, big breath, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, we'll cross or scooch those legs around, step back up into your downward dog, sway a little bit from side to side, breathing into your sitting bones and your lower back because that just feels good. Doing the heel pulsing, that's like crossing one or bending one knee, lengthening the opposite heel down. Okie dokie, so here we go. We're gonna try coming into a headstand practice, right? So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you could just literally like put your forehead on the ground in like a child's pose and just kind of play around with feeling what it feels like to put weight on top of your head. But if you're a little bit more practiced, you can just lean onto the crown of the head and use your tummy muscles to kind of pull you up and over. So you're just really paying attention. In any of these, what we would perceive as harder or more challenging yoga poses, the most important thing is basically don't put any pressure on yourself and just breathe really deeply. Like the breath really does do it all for us, honestly. Breathe and pay attention. That's how we gain awareness. Ultimately, we can't effectively gain awareness by reading books. We really do increase our awareness by introspecting and by studying and by paying attention to our own selves. Like everything that we need is already inside of us through that introspection and through that increase of awareness. Okie dokie, so it's time to take your clothes off. I'm just kidding. Or not, you're more than welcome. There is such a thing as naked yoga. I'm not doing that today. I'm just gonna take one layer off because I'm starting to warm up, obviously. And now I'm going to come into a downward dog, and I'm going to practice a bit of a handstand flow. I've been doing this for a few years now, just really wanting to feel more stable up on my hands. So you can see I'm just kind of playfully kicking one leg up, and then the other one down, and then the other one up, and the other one down, and then, oh, check it out, yeah! I caught my balance there. So here it's like breathing deeply and paying attention and noticing what's going on, and then gently releasing. Hey. Well done, me. That was pretty good. And then I'm like, see how all those little micro movements I'm doing, which are just kind of like working stuff out for me. And then I'm going to tuck my toes under, and I'm going to sit my weight back into my heels. So I'm getting a really good stretch into my toesies. And then coming back up into a downward dog and doing some heel pulsing. So I get a really good stretch up into my back and my hamstrings. Okie dokie. And then I just did a little jump through there. You could find your way down to the ground in any fancy way you want to. But then I've lifted up into shoulder stand. So shoulder stand is super fun. It's got amazing benefits. It's good for our hair and nails and skin, things like that. It's meant to be really good for sort of helping us have a better mindset. So I look at it as just flipping our perspective around. I mean, how often are we looking up at the sky and looking up at our feet, right? So that simplicity is often what can help us shift certain kind of gritty and negative thinking patterns. And then you'll see I'm doing something called a lotus, and that's taken me a few years to do that. So you could just try continuing to play and split your legs and move your legs around and just, again, enjoy feeling what it's like to be upside down. On top of that, you get a mega awesome stretch into the entire back body. So it's really good for the nervous system and really good for all of our body's prime functions. So our pancreatic function, good for all of our internal organs. And I'm just going a little bit deeper here because, again, I carry tension in my spine just like everybody else, and it's so good to stretch it out. And that stretching is really what helps it's what helps keep the vital energy moving through the body. So just doing a bit of gentle stretching. Here we've done probably about a 20-minute practice, if that. And I'm just kind of finishing off here. And this is where I'll usually offer clients, just move around and unkink anything. So after a little bit, we can kind of move and be like, oh yeah, that feels good, and that feels good, and now I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to fix my clothes. And fish pose. So fish pose is the counter pose to the shoulder stand, where I've got my elbows and hands underneath my seat and underneath my back, and I'm really here just focusing on big thoracic breathing. So that's breathing into my rib cage, breathing up into my heart, letting my head fall back if that's comfortable, pressing down into my elbows, feeling my upper arms. And then exhale, release, and hug my knees in, and squeeze, and squeeze. And then I'm going to squeeze my arms, and squeeze my bum, and squeeze everything. And then I'm going to grab my sweatshirt and just bundle up, because it's not like boiling hot where I am. I'm here in England, and so I just felt like I wanted a little bit of comfort with my sweatshirt there. I could have actually grabbed a blanket, but I obviously wasn't bothered. I was not bothered. I'm fine just there. Okay, so I'm getting all comfy. You could put something under your knees. You could lie in bed. Go back to bed if you wanted to. But here, Shavasana is a really great way to let the body absorb the benefit of the practice and to really chill. Like really, really let that vital energy freely flow through the body, be present. Corpse pose is really all about, dying to the illusion, rest in peace. So basically find that resting point from within yourself and live from that place of rest in peace, because we all have it. We all have this amazing peaceful place inside of us, and all we need to do is, it's like we want to harness that connection, right? Rather than constantly looking outward and being super fearful of what's going on outside of us and being triggered by everything. And really, yoga just helps us kind of get centered and feel better in ourselves so that we can radiate more good vibes for other people as well. So just relax. Just relax. You still feel that natural ebb and flow of the breath, how effortless it is. Be thankful for our lungs that breathe for us. Be thankful to our heart that beats for us. Just be thankful for being alive, you know? It's good. You could even imagine all the cells of your body being joyful and happy and dancing and cooperative and okie doke, folks. So just start to come back up. Come into a nice, easy, seated position. Bring the palms to the heart and just have a moment, again, to be grateful for your own aliveness, for the fact that you're breathing. I love you loads. And that's us done. I think I came up here and I thought, actually, I'm going to share the beauty of where I am. I have little day retreats here sometimes, so this is where I live. It's in a little village called Lee Bay in Devon, UK, and it's pretty exquisite. And sometimes I invite people over and we do like yoga workshops and stuff like that. So you're welcome to check out my website, altalove.com, and sign up and come visit me in Devon. Loads of love, everybody. Take care of yourself. Namaste. Bye-bye.